Once again, I'm right again. We did get that rally I was expecting in Bitcoin, and I called it out the day before it happened. So if you caught that and subbed to the channel, great job. Let's get into it. And by the way, we do have a Discord, guys. We hit 150 to 300% every once in a week or two. If you want to come in, the link is in the description or in the comments of the video. And by the way, we are doing a $1,000 giveaway. All you got to do is sub to the channel, and by the end of February, we will pick a lucky winner. Now, guys, we call this out perfectly. I don't see any other YouTuber doing this because they don't intertwine the stock market with Bitcoin. I told you NVDA pumped. I told you the market pumped, and I told you Bitcoin was going to pump. And that's exactly what we did. That's what you have to do. You stop following these crypto traders that only talk about crypto. You have to intertwine the stock market with crypto. That's how you get a real reading. Now, guys, Bitcoin is at resistance also. So if it does get below around 55,000, you will be back in this channel. Then your next support is going to be around 52,000. But eventually we will come down here to 46,000 again. A lot of these gaps are going to get filled. This is extremely high in the market. A lot of coins got pumped. A lot of gaps are going to need to be filled. So let's get into it. So last Thursday we had NVDA earnings. It actually pumped, and when NVDA pumped, then the market pumped, and then Bitcoin pumped. Now, if you don't understand, overlap, guys. That's the best thing you can do as a trader. I tell my Discord members all the time. And if you overlap, you can see the exact same movements. Here's Bitcoin, here's NVDA. NVDA rallied before Bitcoin. So that would have gave you a clear sign. Now that's all you had to do is just sub to the channel and you would have caught this. Or guys, come in the Discord. You know, I give alerts out for crypto, you know, and I trade the stock market mostly. So you can intertwine that with your crypto trading. And by the way, if you want to help me out, leave a like on the video. That's extremely helpful. I don't ask for money. I don't ask for anything. I just ask for a simple like. So let's get into it. Now, actually, Bitcoin did come up to resistance. So just be very careful at this level, because if it rejects, it's definitely going to reject hard. And with the market probably going to drop off of PCE, we have the report coming out Thursday, and that's going to absolutely affect the stock market and affect crypto. So just be very aware. Now, if the triple Qs do bounce down to support, now the big thing is if it breaks this channel, it's going to go down to around 400. And if that happens, you're going to see Bitcoin break its channel and go down to its support of around 46,000. It's really simple, guys. I don't understand why people make it harder, and I don't understand why other YouTubers don't break it down like this. It's extremely annoying. I don't get it at all. But let's go over the small crypto stuff, right? So actually, Mara actually got a nice pump, mostly off of Bitcoin pumping. Now, it did come up to around $30. So let's pull that chart up really quick. Sorry, I got a lot of tickers on here, so bear with me. So Mara came up to resistance once again. Now, if this does reject, you do have the 20 moving average around 22, and that's probably where I'm going to see it dropping to. So just be very aware if you're trying to short Mara, definitely 22. Now, if you are not financial advice in the whole entire video, and let's just go over one more crypto mining company really quick, and that's going to be this big bad boy that everyone's talking about, and I understand they had a good earnings. Now, it did come up to resistance. We do have the 20 moving average around 150, so I would not be surprised if this comes back down to around 150 and then probably bounce and then probably go to support. Now, down here is going to be exactly 46,000 in Bitcoin, so just be very aware. That's what you're going to need. Now, on this one, we actually did come up to resistance also. Now, if we do drop, notice how the 20 moving average is below support. So I would not be surprised if this breaks support. You will find support really heavily at around 28.20. So just be very careful with that. And then also, if I can pull up the day chart, yeah, here we go. Now, if this does break back below around 2,900, you're going to be back in this channel. And then if we do break that 20 moving average, you will come back down to around 2,500 on this coin. Now on this coin right here, we actually didn't pump. Well, I mean, we did get the pump with off of crypto NVDA earnings and Bitcoin pumping, but it is jammed right in between the moving 20 average and right at the resistance. Now, if this does get below the 20 moving average, won't be hard at all. Your next support's gonna be around 95, and then if that breaks, then 80 or 90 is gonna come in the picture. Now, Dogecoin got a extremely hard pump off of NVDA and the market pumping. Now it is right above resistance, but if it does get it below around 0.093, you're going to be back in the channel, and then the 20 moving average is on support, so you're going to find a lot of support of around 0.08541. So just be very aware with that. Now on Shiba actually got a super nice pump, and if anybody caught this at resistance, so great job. I actually had this called out, so if you would have subbed the channel and just copied my charts or had this marked on your charts, you would have caught this high. So we actually did reject off of the high. We are at right here. Now just be very careful here. I'll draw the channel actually out. So if we do get below this resistance right here, going to be back in the channel, then your next support is going to be around 959. But on this coin right here, let me try to pull up the chart. I wish it would just load automatically. I don't get why it doesn't. But we did get a nice pump off the Bitcoin pump, but we are back in the channel also. We do have the 20 moving average around 70.59. Now if we get below that, your next support's gonna be around 69, and then if we break that, then 66. Now on Bitcoin Cash, we got an extremely good pump off that too, off the Bitcoin push. Now we did get back in the channel also. This was a false breakout. If we do get below 286 and hold, your next stop is going to be around 263, around that 20 moving average, and then if that breaks, then around 232. Now just remember guys, I explain this all the time, all these coins are going to move with the market. So if the triple Qs do take a dive to its support on this channel right here, so if this goes down to say like just right here around 400 in the triple Qs, that's going to be the exact same thing as Bitcoin going down to its support. Let me try to pull it up. Pull up the day chart because that'd be better. So if it does get below around 49,000, you're going to be, next support's going to be around 46, and then next support's going to be around 36,000. 36,000 is the exact same thing as the triple Qs going to 400. So just remember, and if you don't understand guys, overlap, it can show you this entire move. So just throwing that out there if you are new to crypto, or if you just don't dab into the stock market, which I understand a lot of crypto traders don't, and that's probably one of the biggest mistakes I see about crypto traders. And that's actually why I started this channel, because I think this education, you know, how to intertwine the stock market with your crypto, I think it's the most useful thing that you can, and I don't see any other YouTuber talk about it. So if you can, like the video for me, get this channel out. I think it's time to take over the crypto, you know, market in the financial world on YouTube. Now on Stellar, we actually did, I think we did get below, no we didn't, but if it does get below around 0.1202, which is not that much farther away, you do have support around the 20 moving average around 0.116. And then if that breaks, you do have a lot of support around 0.103. Now on this coin right here, we actually are just in a small channel, which I'm kind of surprised, honestly. I'm surprised it actually didn't pump with the other coins. I imagine a lot of people are actually frustrated with this coin. I would be, honestly, if I was them. Now, if this does reject from resistance, you do have a support of around 97.19. The 20 moving average is definitely below support, so that's not going to be hard to hit at all. Now on this coin right here, if I can load the dang chart, sorry, I got my computer running a lot, especially Discord. We do have support around 1.96 or 1.096. Now notice how the 20 moving average is below support, so that's not going to be hard to hit at all because there's really nothing holding it up. But it's really going to wait for Bitcoin to move, so just be very aware with that. Now on this coin, this is probably one of the most cleanest charts on the crypto, out of the ones I talk about. Now, if this does get below the resistance line right here, there probably could be a nice drop. Now, down here at this support right here is going to be around 47 in Bitcoin, so 47,000. Now, we do have support around 54, but if Bitcoin decides to go 36,000, you will come down to the lower levels. And hopefully, when the triple Qs actually does hit the low 300s, maybe this coin can go down to around 29. So there really isn't, I would definitely think about taking gains, not financial advice, but taking gains at this level on this coin is not a bad idea if you are into this kind of coin. Now, on this coin right here, I'm surprised it actually didn't pump a lot harder, but we did break out of the channel. Now, if it does get below this right here, just be very aware it's in a jam. A lot of these coins are getting in a jam. Now, it's going to pick a side, but if it does get below around 0.56, you're going to be back in the channel. But if it breaks 0.55, then your next stop is going to be around 0.50. Around 0.50. Now, on this coin right here, it didn't really pump, honestly, with Bitcoin also. I was kind of surprised. It was just a couple coins, honestly. Now, it is hugging above the 20 moving average. If we do get below the 20 moving average, your next stop is going to be around 0.75. And on this coin right here, it is at resistance pretty much. Now, it's in that jam I'm talking about. So if you actually chart it, you can actually see it. A lot of the tech companies too, I'll show you in a second. Like this chart right here is the exact same thing as this chart right here in tech. So this chart right here, this channel right here is the exact same thing as your crypto, guys. I don't get why people don't see this. It kind of blows my mind, but just be very aware if those tech companies break their channel, all these smaller coins are going to break their channel. Now, you do have support around 0.53, and then if that breaks, then 0.44 is going to come into the picture. Now, on this coin right here, it actually didn't pump with Bitcoin. I think the 20 moving average kind of held this down. But if it does break around 17, around 18, your next stop is going to be around 1672. But guys, one more thing before I end the video. It's super important, so make sure you pay attention. Now, if you don't understand, let's pull up the bigger picture of the triple Qs, right? So on triple Qs, it is pretty much at the top, and it's finding weakness finally. Now, if you actually overlap this with Bitcoin, so let me bring it a little bit higher into the picture, make this wider. Now, notice how Bitcoin is the exact same thing as the triple Qs. So just be very aware if the triple Qs do take a dive, say just down to its day support, which is not a black swan event. It's super annoying when I hear this. It's not a black swan event. It's just simple rotation in what, right? Tech. Tech is your rotation going down on the triple Qs. So what I mean is, if you actually look at the same charts on Microsoft, here's Bitcoin, here's Microsoft. Or let's go to NVDA, right? NVDA, Bitcoin. Let's go to AMD. Here's Bitcoin, here's AMD. So if these tech companies decide to break their channel right here, which it's eventually going to break, but if they go down to support, that's going to make Bitcoin go down to support also. It's not that hard to understand. I don't get why other YouTubers don't talk about this, but if Bitcoin decides to go down to its support, then all these smaller cap coins are going to go down to their support. So like here's a good one. Let me try to find one. Let's see. So say if Bitcoin decides to say go to 15,000 again, you will see these coins go down to their support where the triple Qs was at 270 back at this time frame. When Bitcoin was around 15,000 at this time frame, these coins will go back down to their support. So it's not a bad time to take gains right now. Not financial advice on the whole entire video, but I kind of just wanted to share this information. But thanks, guys. I hope you guys help me out. Like the video, sub to the channel, help out a new crypto, YouTuber. Make it. Later, guys.